Sure, Mr. Carrasco, you go.
Okay. Well, thank you for inviting us on behalf of, AP, Chair Moore, AP, Mr. Ryan, and myself, Mr. Carrasco. We're very honored to be here, and we're excited. We've been working very hard in making sure that our students are well prepared for their new journey. I know they're going to be great students. Orange Glen is my alma mater for me. I went there, and I don't want to be biased, but it's one of the schools that I had a lot of joy when I was going to high school there, and I was involved in cross country. I was a avid runner and also stalking, and I ended up continuing my running after I left Orange Glen, and it was exciting for me. So I hear great things about Orange Glen. So thank you for inviting us.
Thanks for joining. So my name is Mr. Gallo. I am the ASB director at Orange Glen. I've been there 8 years now. So I'll introduce the students and the admin that are here from our school. And then if you guys want to do the rest, Ms. Mora for Mission. So we'll start off with our council. So if you guys could just say your name, what middle school you went to, and then your plans for next year on where you're attending. So Marina, if you want to go first.
Hello, my name is Marina, and the middle school I went to was Bear Valley. And for next year, I plan on going to Santa Barbara and majoring in communications.
Nice. Daniela?
Hello, my name is Daniela. I went to Mission Middle School, and I plan on attending Cal State San Marcos and majoring in biochemistry.
Ceci?
My name is Cecilia. I have not decided where I want to go, and I went to Hidden Valley for middle school.
Okay. Cynthia?
Hi, I'm Cynthia. I went to Hidden Valley for middle school as well, and I'm attending Cal State San Marcos, majoring in business accounting.
Jenny?
Hello, I'm Jennifer. I went to Rincon Middle School, and for next year, I'm attending Cal State Fullerton for international business.
All right. And then our lone non-senior, who I'm sure many of you recognize, even though he looks like a senior. So T.
Hello, my name is T, and I went to Mission Middle School.
And what grade are you in right now?
I'm in 9th grade going into 10th.
Okay, so you went to Mission last year. Nice.
Yep.
And then our AP that is here, it was nice enough to join us, is Miss Lee.
Hi, everybody. I know we had a chance to talk a little bit, but I am actually not from here at all. I grew up in Wisconsin and came here via Chicago, living there for almost a decade and have been here almost a decade now. So I'm older than I look. But I went to South Milwaukee High School, which was a far stretch from Escondido.
All right, and that's for the OG people. I went to Norwood High, got to represent. So Ms. Moore, if you wanted to introduce the rest of the Mission admin team that is here.
So again, good morning. We have some other admin here. We've got Cherry Moore, Miss Moore, she's our assistant principal, and then Mr. Fryan, he's also our assistant principal. I don't know if you guys want to say a quick hello.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. We're so glad you guys came. I hope you are starting to get an idea of how exciting it's going to be at high school with all of your choices in life that are coming and events that are coming. So we're really glad you're here because what's coming next is going to be so exciting. So we're glad to see your faces.
Yeah, just echo what Ms. Moore said. Thank you for being here and participating. It's really exciting, these next steps, and we're happy to guide you and facilitate that.
All right, so we'll get right into it. So we are recording and we'll post this on our YouTube page and the Mission Middle Counseling page. If you have questions, you can put your hand up like in the chat. There's a function for that. And then if you can't do that or just want to ask it in the chat, feel free to do that as well. So we'll start rattling off some of the questions that we got for no one in particular. So if you guys want to jump in, what was your journey? Like, what made you choose Orange Glen? Because obviously we get kids from almost every middle school in the district. What made you choose OG? And then what made you choose becoming a leader on campus? If someone wants to take that one.
I can take it if no one's gonna take it.
Go for it. Thank you.
So I went to Rincon Middle School, and if you guys don't know, that's a lot closer to Escondido High School, and it's like not out in the open, I guess you can say. But like coming from someone who had like no friends, I would suggest that when you go to a high school, you choose what interests you. So, for example, I'm a dancer and I love to dance. I've been a part of our dance company for 4 years now, or 3 years. But when I first stepped onto OG's campus, like it just like stood out to me. Like you'll know what high school you want to go to. It's just that gut feeling. And if there's something that interests you, like football or art or theater or dance, whatever it is, just see like which high school provides the best for your interests. And basically that's how I got hooked, because I saw our dance classroom the first time I ever went to OG, and it looked really nice, so that's why I wanted to join. And then why I wanted to become a leader, I don't think there was anything that like made me want to become it. It was just like, I don't want to say it was like in my blood, but it was just something that I naturally started to do. Or like your leadership skills, as you get older, you'll develop it more, and then you'll just realize, oh, maybe this is something that I'd like to do, and you just have fun while doing it. So it shouldn't be so much of like a chore or a job. Yeah.
I went to Hidden Valley, but I did have two options when I was looking for a high school. I did have SP in mind, and I had OG. Yes, I know that they're both like not, they're rivals, but honestly, SP, they look like when you're there, it doesn't feel like you're invited. It feels more like they're kind of forced to do what they were doing. And when I went to OG for the tour, it looked so much nicer, more organized. Like the buildings are actually organized. You can find them easily. And like everybody was super welcoming. The reason I wanted to become a leader was because I wanted to make a change in my life. Do what makes you feel good. Don't do what your friends want you to do. Do like what makes you happy, what you feel where you belong is better than being somewhere where you're awkward, where you don't know if you're pleasing someone or not pleasing them. Like you're not gonna live to your full potential if you're just trying to follow the friends you've had since middle school. I had to let go of some of my friends, so yeah, I did lose a lot of friends, but I'm honestly in such a better place. Like I'm graduating and everything, and it just feels good to make people proud.
Ceci, that was beautiful. You've grown so much since freshman year math. Marina, you had a different route as well, and probably different choices. I don't know if you wanted to speak real quick on it.
Okay, so I live in the San Pasqual district area, so I only had the option of coming to San Pasqual, but then when I toured all the other campuses, going off of what Cecilia and Jenny said, like Orange Glen felt so alive and it felt so bright, and when you were on campus, immediately you felt welcomed. It didn't feel like students were going out of, no, it did feel like students were going out of their way to make you feel like you are supposed to be a patriot, and immediately I just fell in love with the school. And then I toured San Pasqual, and it looked so dull, and on top of that I just noticed that I needed some sort of change in my life, and going from Bear Valley to going with the same group of students, I didn't want that, and I was willing to risk knowing no one just to have a new experience and to be able to be myself without fearing judgment and without fearing like past experiences. So I chose Orange Glen, and I picked up the transfer papers that very day. I filled them out and I turned them in, and it's been one of the best choices I've made.
Okay, thank you. We'll go through some of the easier questions first. First one was, does your school provide iPads or Chromebooks to all students, which I know they do in Mission? We are right now, just with everything going on. If you guys kind of want to talk about like the access you've had to those resources in your class, because we don't have a one-to-one on that, so I don't know which classes have them more than others.
Almost like every science or English class has their laptops or their computer, the tablets. But you honestly, if you need it, you can find it any day at school because the library is always open in the mornings or in the afternoons, and teachers sometimes, like Gallo, he stays in during lunch just to let us sit in his classroom and have lunch in there. So like there is teachers who are open to letting you be in their classroom all lunch or all break or like the 10-minute breaks, and like they all would let you use them. No teacher's like ever gonna kick you out of the room. It's very like that's not ever gonna happen at OG. They're always so welcoming and like always giving you opportunities.
And then in our room specifically, we have 25 iMacs, I believe. So one of the few rooms on campus that have access to Apple, but the library and everything is all PC. Lockers was another question. So I know there's lockers along some of the buildings, and then in the PE locker rooms. Does anyone even use those at this point anymore, other than PE? Don't just shake your head. Give an answer. No?
Well, yours
No.
in PE. But other than that, you're not allowed to get a locker if you're not.
Okay, so what do you guys do to like bring all your stuff?
So for our school schedules, we have block days, which means one day you'll have your odd numbers and then the other day you'll have even numbers, and it just goes like alternating. And it's just smart to bring the supplies that you need so you're not carrying all your textbooks, and also your textbooks stay at home. There's never any time where you have to bring it in. Your classes will always have a copy of the textbook for you. And then if you want to study with your textbook, the library has textbooks as well, so you can go there before or after school or lunchtime. And then even though we have lockers lining like the classrooms and the hallways, those aren't used at all. But yeah.
You get your classes when you register. So you go register, and then once you hit the, like, they tell you to go to the section of the library and you will receive your schedule there. And then like the ASB students will be sitting outside of the library and they can give you a tour of where those classes are if you still need help with them. It was a question in the comments.
Even on top of it ahead of me. Great. Jamie, do you know, or sorry, Miss Lee, do you know when registration will be at this point? Or is that still up in the air with everything?
I think they're talking about doing online registration this summer. And usually, isn't it at the end of July, I believe? We do
last week of July, first week of August, yeah.
Yeah, we do like a packet pickup earlier than that, and then we do the actual registration. So if it's gonna be online, then it's gonna be a matter of, are you already enrolled in the school? Because if you need to do a transfer, for example, if Mission Middle School, if Orange Glen isn't your home school, and you still need to put in a transfer, or you change your mind about the school you wanted to go to, you have to do that with the district office. And then once you're enrolled with our school, we'll get you your communications about all the registration process. But we already did a course selection night for 9th graders. So hopefully if you were coming here and you already took part in that, you would have already selected what you want to take. Some of that can change just based on how many other kids want to take that class or not. So if we have enough to run sections, then you get your classes. And if not, then you get bumped into maybe your alternates. So that should happen. You should get your schedule something in, I would say, probably the latest would be early August, but hopefully late July.
And I've been getting a lot of questions about schedules as well. Like I said, a lot of people have already picked. If you know you are wanting to change a class, like I got 3 kids email me yesterday about adding ASB. So if you did need to change a class, excuse me, email your counselor.